I'm going to show you how to make 5 different Barbie clothes. All of these take 5 minutes or less, and they are perfect for beginning sewing. So let's get to it. To make these projects, you need some sort of knit fabric. You can buy a knit jersey or knit fabric if you'd like, but one of the most economical things is just to reuse a t-shirt. Can be any sort of t-shirt as long as it's stretchy. The ones that are a little bit thicker in the weight of the fabric are obviously much better than the really, really thin ones, but do what you got. I'm actually going to be using a pair of leggings. These are a pair of kids' leggings from Target that are a little old, and so they don't look the best, but it is a stretchy knit fabric, so I'll be using that. I'm also going to be using this shirt, and I've been waiting to use this pattern for something fun. This is not a traditional t-shirt, more of a dress shirt, but it still has that stretchiness to it. So this tube style dress for Barbie is literally the easiest Barbie clothes that you will ever make. It is just one row of stitching, super easy, no hems. Literally, you can make it in probably a minute. Let me show you how to do it. For this dress, we need knit fabric that's 4 by 4 inches. I'm going to be able to do this out of a shirt sleeve. So we've got our 4 by 4 inch piece of knit fabric. Just simply fold it over like this, join those edges, and do a 1/4 inch stitch down this side. Be sure to backstitch at the top and the bottom. You can see I've got that 1/4 inch seam allowance backstitched at the beginning and the end. Now turn this inside out and it's ready to put on your fashion doll. You know what, even when you pin things, sometimes the seams don't perfectly match up. Just go in and trim that up with some scissors, no big deal. So here it is. This is literally the easiest dress for a Barbie ever. This is trending towards a mini skirt or a mini dress. If you want to make it a little bit longer, do a 4 inch by 5 inch square. So just add a little bit of length to that square. But you don't have to finish off the edges because knit fabric does not fray. Super, super easy to do, and it stays on pretty snugly. The tube can also just be used as a skirt. For the mid-size dress we're making, you just need one piece of fabric that is 14 inches long and 3 inches wide. The width is going to be along the stretchiest part of the fabric, which is usually like along the tummy. Okay, now that you have that cut piece that is 14 inches long, 3 inches wide, you're going to fold it in half with right sides together. Then along this folded side, you want to measure down about 1/2 inch. You just go ahead and pin that, and then you're going to be sewing from that open point down about 1/4 inch seam allowance on both sides. I am not using a zigzag stitch. Usually you use zigzag on something that is stretchy. However, feel free to use zigzag if you'd like. All right, so we're done. Quick and easy stitching. I just want to remind you to backstitch at the beginning and end of your stitching because this clothing will be getting a little bit of tugging on it. Now, the only other thing that you need to do is just cut a small semicircle right here for the neck. In order to make sure that both sides are even, I suggest folding the fabric in half and then cutting a little bit of a 1/4 circle, and then that way both sides will be the same. All right, I cut out the circle. You can actually do a V-neck if you want. You can do circle, you can do whatever you want. Now all you have to do is turn this inside out and put it on your doll. And here it is, you are done. This is the dress, a little bit longer than knee length. So this is what the neckline looks like. I would not suggest cutting any more than 1 inch, which is what I did, and I think that's about as big as you'd want to go. And then this is how it looks, a little cap sleeve, a little short sleeve. You can customize in a lot of different ways as far as whether or not you want it to be a higher neckline, a lower neckline, a V-neck, a circle. One of the ways that I customized another dress that we made was to use a zigzag pinking shear on the ends. And I just added some decorative detail on the bottom hem with that. I also did it up here on the neckline. So those are some things that you can do to customize the dress. Now keep in mind, this isn't going to be an heirloom quality dress. It is knit. Knit does not fray nearly as much or at all compared to quilter's cotton, so you don't have to worry about finishing off the seams. The tutorial is just to make quick and easy Barbie dresses that are super cute. All right, so now that we made a dress in this way, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a t-shirt in the same way. I'm going to be using this different color fabric, so let's get to it. All right, this is going to be the same method. I'm going to be using these leggings which have this cuff. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off so that the fabric lays flat. Then I'm going to do a 9 by 3 inch piece of fabric. I went ahead and used pinking shears on the edges just to give it a decorative look right now. And then we're going to follow the same exact method as we did with the dress by folding it in half, leaving about 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch up here for sleeves, and then going in and cutting out the neckline. So I cut a little bit of a V-neck. We'll see how this works. Might need to be a little bit bigger. Now's the time to turn this inside out and try it on. Okay, so this is how it turned out. All right, so I won't lie. There is a sweet spot with this neckline. I feel like you don't want it to be more than 1 inch, but you need it to be almost 1 inch in order to get it on the doll easily. And even then, you're going to be stretching it a little bit, so just keep that in mind. I think the 1/4 inch for the sleeves was pretty good. I would suggest that rather than a 1/2 inch for the sleeves. I think that is just perfect. Now, we did do a 9 inch length of fabric in order to do this. I feel like this size is more of a mini dress or a tunic rather than a t-shirt. So in order to do a proper t-shirt where it would be probably around there, I would probably suggest doing a piece of fabric about 7 inches long and 3 inches wide and doing the exact same method. So this is the actual t-shirt. This is when you use a piece of fabric that is 7 inches long rather than 9 inches. I've got it over the Barbie one-piece bathing suit. I've also got a tutorial for that. I'll put in the description. So I think this is a much better size for a proper t-shirt. Again, 3/4 inch gap at the top that I left open I think is perfect. For the sleeves, about a 1 inch wide neckline, again, is pretty much about perfect. And then this is a good length for a t-shirt.